Chapter 776. Not wasting another second, Wilbur hurled the infernal demon's sword into the dragon's altar. An ancient aura surged out, and the sword was converted to grace points at once. It was a whole 300 points. Wilbur looked at them anxiously. He did not know if 300 grace points would get him what he wanted, but he knew that the old dragon would sure have it. Whether he was able to afford it or not was an entirely different matter. The screen lit up with the available options. Wilbur scrolled through them as his heart pounded wildly. Very soon, he was able to find what he needed. The purchase button, however, was gray. Nectar of Healing, capable of erasing all wounds and completely restoring the user's body, as well as helping the user look young forever. 500 grace points. It could even help the user look young forever. That was definitely something all women wanted. However, Wilbur needed another 200 grace points to get it. He cursed himself, his mind racing. Accruing contributions was not easy as Wilbur liked it to be. He was extremely frustrated but had no other choice. Saying one last prayer, Wilbur stood before the dragon's altar for a while. He hoped with all his might that the old dragon would descend and at least have a chat with him. Wilbur was willing to owe the dragon much more than the Nectar of Healing was worth if that meant that he would be given it now. Nevertheless, a long time passed, and the altar remained silent. Without the Nectar of Healing, there would be no healing for Faye. If Wilbur could not heal her soon enough, who knows what she would do to herself? Besides, her grief and depression would be enough to kill her even if she did not do anything. Wilbur lowered his head, clenching his fists as he glanced at Angie's soul to the side. There was, Wilbur supposed, another way. He could find Angie a suitable body and bring her back to life. Then he could make her use her powers to heal Faye's wounds. However, doing so would mean having to hurt an innocent person. Wilbur could not bring himself to do such a thing. He flicked his fingers, and a small jet of silver light fell onto Angie's soul. The ball of light flailed wildly as Angie let out a scream of anguish. Wilbur sneered, leaving the demoplane and returning to Faye. He could not heal her right away, but he had found the antidote. As long as he could find another suitable sacrifice in time, he would be able to get the Nectar of Healing. Wilbur approached Faye and was about to comfort her and tell her to give him some time to search for a suitable sacrifice. Just then, Eileen came into the room. "Do you need something?" Wilbur frowned. Eileen gestured outside. "Someone's here to see you." "I'm not in the mood." "He's brought something with him, claiming it's a family heirloom that he's willing to give to you if you help him." "Something tells me you might need something like that," Eileen said. Wilbur opened his eyes, staring intently at Eileen. Eileen looked nothing but calm. At last, Wilbur said, "Let them in." He lifted Faye and put her down on the bed, whispering in her ear, "Trust me, I've found something that'll heal you. Don't think too much about it, all right?" Faye crumpled against the bed, burying her face into the pillows as she nodded weakly.